And off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go, 47. Mine's 42. 46.
Prescott on first down. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go, D.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mike, check, 42. I got it. 42 to 42.
Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee. Off on your quarterback makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. 58, boy. 58, Mike. It's just me and you. It's just winning.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside. The 45.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Packer first down.
319. Switch up. Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Hey, 17 George.
Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Rodgers now to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Packers nothing.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. On play action, Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
First down, Green Bay.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning. The entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Rodgers going to throw. And that will be incomplete. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Crosby missed it. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
319. 50. Check.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Funchess has it complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And a Packer first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Jones. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
Here's Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Joe McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A second down throw for Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have Scots into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Funchess. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. This to Jarwin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often. But
and he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
319.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Again, it's Jones. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Working from the gun, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Prescott now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Throwing again on second down. Prescott, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jameis Olawale. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Now, that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So first and 10 now from the 30. This is Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year, 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
47. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott, the tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And again, it's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott yet again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here's Prescott going underneath, complete to Jarwin. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
25th. Jump out. I'm the 10. Hey, exit.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. Cooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He's got the connection to Cooper. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw. And that will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line.
They got his man complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. He has missed twice today, but he can make up for it here. And Crosby missed it. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So a disappointing outcome there with a chance to take the lead.
And Brandon, that's not the first time he's missed. That's now 3 that have gone begging. They'd be in the clear right now if it weren't for all those misses.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Well, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. A good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
To throw again on second down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he gets this one down to the 24. 75 yards received. First down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitive.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But it turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
First down, Packers.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Funches has it complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
319. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, 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 hey.
Running right, Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. They'll go again to Jones. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And that is no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
And they're going to